Welcome to the Coaches Show. That's Taylor Jarvis. I'm Kevin Paulus. And Coach, kind of an up and down week for you guys. A trip to Mobile that we thought would go a little bit better, and then a big win over Mid-America Nazarene on Saturday. Let's talk about that Wednesday game. Last week, we sat here and we talked about how that was going to be a defensive struggle.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Yeah,
for one of the teams, but they put up 80 on you guys. What happened?
they did. Coach over there, I have a lot of respect for him, and especially first year, being able to turn that program around, have them defend the way they did.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of everything that game. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. They had a great game plan. They played great defense. And then we didn't handle emotions well that game. And our guys kind of got in our feelings. We didn't see as much success as we thought we would on the offensive end. And we just didn't handle the waves of the game great. Going into halftime, we had a three-pointer that was like a half-court shot and had a little bit of momentum coming out. But they did a great job coming out of halftime and punching us in the face, and our response just wasn't great. That's first game this year where we lacked a little bit of grit, toughness, and fight when we got in that situation. And then offensively, Devin and their three guys, they put the ball in the hole. They made some tough shots, and they put a lot of stress on our defense. So for us, we were able to self-reflect as a staff and players. We had a productive day. The day after that, we learned a lot from that game, and I thought we built into Mid-America to have a little bit of success. But the next time we play them defensively, we're going to adjust the game plan some to hopefully see a little bit more success.
And you won't have to wait long. It's just a couple of weeks away until the
Around
year.
four.
So, yeah. So let's fast forward to Saturday. Much better flow for you guys offensively. You put up 78 points, won by 15. Talk a little bit about that one.
So that game, like I was saying with the Mobile game, it was good for us to have to reflect on some of the things we struggled with. And we had to double down those practices. We had really tough practices where the guys had to work on, really executing and the defensive game plan going into there. And I thought that led to better focus, better intention with handling the waves of the game and our emotions, which led to success. And we did a really good job that game defending. I think we held their leading scorer to 1 point in the second half. Preston Fortner did an outstanding job defending the ball that game. Jarvis Morey and Austin Lewis, they were really productive. But I believe that came from our preparation. We did a much better job executing, getting good looks, scoring within the offense. Those guys feeling like they didn't have to force shots, that they were just created through the flow of the game.
Right. You talk about Jarvis and Austin, 25 for each of them. That's anytime you get 25 from Austin, it means you're flowing. The offense is flowing.
Austin played like a pro.
Yeah.
And when he is at his best, we are at his best. He is an X factor. He stretches the floor and can shoot it. And then with his size and length, he's really good around the rim. He's made some tremendous strides with his in-between game. We've been calling him Pogo Lou, and that's like his little pogo shots, his mid-range shots he's been hitting, as well as his stature a little bit. But he's been doing great. He's grown so much. He's doing a good job leading. We got 6 games until postseason, and he really wants these games to matter, for us to show up, for him to finish strong, and his leadership and his attention to detail here late has fed into Jarvis as well as the rest of the team.
Yeah. Let's talk about Jarvis a little bit. I kind of like to call him kind of free-spirited. He has conversations out there on the court with himself, and usually playing sort of right on the edge. But when he's good, no one can stop him. He's unstoppable offensively when he's on his game.
Our biggest challenge with him is, staying out of his own way.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's his frustration, or he'll get into it with somebody else on the other team and make it more personal. But when he is zoned in, locked in, focused on executing, playing with great pace, playing within the flow of the team, he's really hard to guard. And he's an outstanding player. I enjoy coaching him. Some days are more interesting than the others. But he's really bought in. He's really grown this year, and I think he's only going to continue to get better and more composed down the stretch here. He's a winner when he shows up and when he's focused. And those are the two things. We always preach it, is you control how you show up, and show up with the right mindset. And when he does those things, when he controls that, he's a really, really good player. Arguably the best player in conference or one of the best players in conference.
Yeah, leads the team in steals, second in turnovers. So you take the good bad with it.
That's a firecracker right there. So, I mean, you shoot him one direction, 2 points or a turnover, but those are the areas. If he can continue to improve and limit a few of those turnovers, then it's only going to help us improve.
Right. You talked about Peanut, Preston Fortner. He really, not that he was in a lull, but these last couple of games, the early season Preston is starting to show up over the last couple. And you said even on the defensive end this past weekend, really his game is really peaking at the right time. For you guys.
And if you go through all our games, when he's over or lower points or lower production, we usually lose those games.
Right.
And when he's hitting some tough jump shots, late in the shot clock, hitting a few threes, facilitating, taking care of the ball, he was in kind of a little turnover spell for a few games. He's gotten out of that. He's our motor. He's our engine. He drives us to make sure that we execute. He's one of our emotional leaders, as well as a leader when it comes to getting the offense in the right spot.
Sure.
So there's a lot that is on his shoulders, and I've got so much love and respect for Preston. He's done a really good job handling that load, and it's tough. So, in the middle of the season, the weight can get a little bit heavy, especially when we're going through some close losses. Sure, he's battled through that thing, and he's going to finish out great. But he's done an outstanding job just being a great leader.
So you stand at 15-7, 9-5 in the conference. Drop down to 5th, which is the lowest that you guys have been in a while. With those kind of up and down, but you come into a week where William Woods, a team that you guys have already beaten by 10, and let's face it, they're struggling. But a trip to Fulton is never easy.
And the good part about it is we've been there.
Yeah,
and some of these teams in the Heart, they've never played there before, so it's always an advantage to kind of know the bench, the locker room, the atmosphere that you're going into. And Andrew's doing a good job in his first year. They're a very competitive team, but that's a game that we need to go in, build off of the Mid-America game, come in, execute, make sure our guys are extremely prepared to see the same success that we just saw and keep building. And then the Baker game, the one that's right after that, is similar in the fact that they're kind of towards the bottom of the standing. It's a home game.
Right.
Those are two great opportunities here to hopefully propel us up the standings, going into some tough games to finish.
And do you start to look at that, like as a coach, like, hey, we're in 5th, we really got to, put more pressure on this game, or even like a week where you look at it and go, all right, we need 2 wins this week. We have to win these because we know that we got Graceland coming up later, and we know that we got a return match with Mobile. Do you start to kind of map that, or is it still just plugging away game by game?
So honestly, and I think all coaches are kind of like that. Myself and the staff, we look at it, but I want to make sure our players are very focused on what's ahead of them and the opportunities. So trying to go 1-0 each game and to take advantage of that opportunity. And even as a staff and a coach, I think it's more valuable to look at all the games in just a singular form of let's find a way to win this game and keep stacking it. It'll start playing with your head. You'll start thinking about some things that might distract you if you keep looking at the big picture. So I have, I've looked at some of it, but I'm trying my hardest just to focus one game at a time and progress over perfection and progress over the result of the game to make sure that, at the end of the season, we're playing our best basketball and all our guys are prepared to make a run in the tournament.
Absolutely. Let's get to this week.
Let's do it.
All righty. That is Taylor Jarvis. He's the men's head basketball coach here at Missouri Baptist, and you've been watching it on the Spartan Digital Network.